The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no the voice, no guys, me, really rock, villain rock, Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your service. Very good. I was here on Tuesday talking about the Emiratis NBA Cup. And I gave out my lock of telling you to bet the Spurs in the first half. That cashed. Very good that I stuck to the first half because, of course, what happened in the fourth quarter? Jalen Brunson, New York Knicks, they won the NBA Cup. The guys talked about all this yesterday. We don't have to go through that. But what I will say, in very, very good news, that I am happy to report here, the New York Knicks will not be raising a banner for the NBA Cup. This has been determined by the powers that be. The Knicks are chasing for more important championships than the NBA Cup. It also, one, adds to a fact that whatever Adam Silver, I was about to say Alvin Silver, like he's freaking Alvin and the Chipmunks, whatever Adam and his team have decided to make this NBA Cup more relevant to the players, it has not worked because nobody wants to celebrate this championship. However, shout out to the Knicks for doing something good for once. Maybe this can parlay into something. However, previous NBA Cup champions 0-2 in winning the actual NBA Finals. So we shall see how that goes. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, you said 0-2 when it comes to winning the NBA Finals. 0-2 winning the first round. The NBA Cup champion.
Okay, well, let's
lost in the
not put
first
that
round.
part out.
I'm just saying. So the Knicks, let's put it this way. They have a low bar to be the most successful in-season tournament champions in league history. And we'll see if they get out of the first round. But either way, my picks yesterday were not very good. Cleveland, I ended up picking because...
You picked the Cavs?
I did.
No way. No way.
For the record,
see, this is why I have to watch the show when I'm not on it. No way, Scott. After the berating that you literally all week, every time we've gotten on the show, I don't think we talked about the Cavs once. All week you talked about how bad the Cavs are.
Oh no!
No way you had a chance to fade them with the Bulls at that. And you
the Bulls are terrible too.
There's no way you didn't have a chance of fading them. What? You've been talking about the Cavs all week.
I know. I've been roasting them for a month and a half straight.
What are you doing?
The Bulls were getting their ass kicked by a bunch of really bad teams. So I thought, you know what? Maybe the Cavs figure it out for a game.
No freaking way.
They were up 12 immediately and then fell apart. So, no, that didn't work out. And then for my dog, the Grizzlies won outright, which I did not have. So there you go. I guess Minnesota has an excuse built in, which was Ant not playing, but still losing to a Memphis team that was missing missing Cam Spencer. I mean, they were very shorthanded, and it didn't matter. Shout out to Jaren Jackson Jr., though, who had a double-double. So a nice job for him, by him there. Landell had a couple threes, had a double-double as well. Nice job by Memphis, but no, the Cavs, look, I gave them one more try. With them losing, I'll never bet on them again for the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, it's a Cavs team that I've been roasting all season for being quite terrible. The Bulls have been really, really bad as well, so I was kind of just stuck. I picked the team. It didn't work out. So, yeah, not exactly the best picks yesterday, but it is what it is. We'll move forward.
Oh, man. I'm shocked that you had a show where you were able to fade the Cavs and you didn't do it. Just disappointed, actually.
Yeah, it happens. Whatever.
Multiple things going on here today. A lot of games on the slate we're about to get through. all of it. Shout out to the guy. I just want to point out, I told you I was going to somewhat remember this, but he said the Knicks would win the NBA Cup, miss the playoffs, and the Spurs would be second seed.
Leg one is down.
Leg one is down, so I am really nervous now.
We'll see.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so sick. Ooh. All right, before we get to the games actually being played today, gotta remind everybody that you can go get access to all of our free picks and podcasts, not just the NBA gambling podcast, but the sports gambling podcast. You can get the hockey gambling podcast. You get MLB. We're like 100 days away from the MLB season starting again. This is ridiculous. How are we already this close back to the season? And then, does nobody want to spend money? Are all the owners in the MLB cheap? Does nobody want to pay bread? Steve Cohen, big double birds to you, Steve Cohen, because you a fake, rich person. Oh, I almost cussed real bad. You a fake rich person because you said that you was spending this money, and we got everybody in the world stealing all these different players. All you gotta do is give them more money. You got it. Just give them more money. Edwin Diaz, Pete Alonso, just give them more money.
See, I'm gonna push back a little bit on the Mets strategy because as a Yankees fan, if there are players the Yankees don't want to bring back that I still want to see play, I can still watch them in New York because the Mets sign every Yankees reject player.
Shout out Devin Williams.
Shout out Devin Williams. Shout out Luke Weaver. Shout out all the Yankee rejects. They all end up on the Mets. That's kind of the running joke now is the Mets will sign all the guys the Yankees don't want anymore. So
this is ridiculous.
There you go.
Whatever, freaking horrible, whatever. Make sure you go check out all of our picks and podcasts on the network, by the way. Go over there to the SGPN app. Wherever you get your apps in the App Store, just type in SGPN. All right. First game up on the docket, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. We've got my New York Knicks on the road going to play the Indiana Pacers. Knicks are laying 4.5, 226.5 is the total. Injury report for these two teams, and we have for the New York Knicks, Cat questionable, OG questionable, Josh Hart questionable, Mitchell Robinson questionable, Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet are both out. And then you've got Aaron Nesmith, Ben Shepherd, Obi Toppin all out for the Indiana Pacers. Scott, you had been doing a segment called your trap line of the night. And here we are in the first game, and I look at this and say, this screams trap line of the night. The New York Knicks, fresh off of an Emiratis NBA Cup.
In Vegas,
and now going on the road. They've been horrible all year to go play the Indiana Pacers, and they're only laying 4.5. Yeah. Good luck.
I'm not taking the Knicks. They're benching half their team tonight. I feel like it's pretty set in stone after winning an NBA Cup. Separate point in a game that doesn't count for record, which is still insane that you could win an NBA Cup final and it doesn't count towards a win or a loss on your record. But either way, point is that it does feel like the Knicks are in a position to be careful with the health of their players in the spot. I'll put it that way. Mm-hmm. The fact that everyone's questionable tells you that they are overlooking the Pacers and then some. I think it's Pacers or pass.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they're overlooking the Pacers too. And the Pacers have been playing better ball since getting Nembhard and Mathurin back, of course, because those are like two significant pieces in what they're trying to do. You have a legit point guard ball handler in Andrew Nembhard who can run your offense. TJ McConnell came back off the bench too. That helped them and gave them a spark and gave them a secondary ball handler, gave them some energy off the bench. Like, this is going to be just the Pacers understanding how to play this Knicks team. And this is a horrible spot for the Knicks. By the way, the first time they are playing, these two teams are playing this season. Horrible spot for the Knicks, and the fact of they literally just came off of the NBA Cup. So I think it's a trap game. I'm with you. Give me Pacers plus 4.5.
Yeah.
225.5 is total. That just dropped from 226, by the way. I just watched it. That's why I said 225. Rick Carlisle still looking for his 1,000th win. Good intel. Shout out to the chat, dropping dimes, added that.
I mean, it's tricky because I know he's playing for the Knicks, but I do not see Brunson listed. So Brunson should still get buckets in this game. So I guess I'm on the over.
I'll still take an under.
All right.
I think it's going to be.
I'm not going to bet the total, but.
Yeah, I understand. I think it's going to be ugly basketball, and we'll see probably a little bit slower pace. Knicks trying to slow things down because they know they can't run with this Pacers team regardless. So probably an ugly game. The Pacers haven't even been the most efficient, even in what they are doing. So, yeah, I'll take an under.
Yeah. I don't mind Siakam props, though, if you want to go for points instead. Knicks have been quite bad against power forwards this season.
All right. Next up, still in the 7 p.m. window, the Atlanta Hawks on the road going to play the Charlotte Hornets. Hawks laying 5.5, 238.5 is total. Injury report. Trae Young is questionable. Oh dear God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Porzingis is out with his very, very nasty illness. And
I want to give you a trivia question, or at least not really a trivia question because there is no official right answer. Who has the worse immune system, Porzingis or Lamar Jackson?
Porzingis, but Lamar is a very dangerous.
I think I'd agree, but Lamar is
a dangerous. He's a dangerous close second that people don't remember that there was a time Lamar. But I don't know. Porzingis has got like some crazy I don't even know. We thought this was over last year. That's why I say Porzingis, because we thought this was over last year.
I would say Porzingis as well, but Lamar I know got sick again this week, so Lamar's also not doing too well immune system wise.
Yeah. LaMelo, questionable. Trey Mann, out. Colin Sexton, out. Pat Connaughton's out. I don't even feel like saying Grant Williams' name.
You don't really need to. He hasn't played.
I mean, so really, honestly, the only handicap here is, do we want to be pessimistic about Trae Young joining this team again? Because if we don't, then they're going to run over this Hornets team. But if we do, there's a good shot. Charlotte is in this game. It's
more fun for narratives if the Hawks lose when Trae Young comes back against Charlotte.
It is. It really is.
But having said that, if LaMelo does not play, let's just say for a second that both point guards sit in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who do you like more, Atlanta or Charlotte? Probably Atlanta, right?
Absolutely.
So you can argue that Atlanta's the side either way because you think that this team is just better all around.
Yeah, no. It's clearly Atlanta. The only thing that could possibly get me off of betting Atlanta here is the fact that we want to back Trae Young. Fade this team when Trae Young joins the lineup and say he breaks them.
Yeah.
There is not 100% world of possibility that Trae Young breaks this team. It is very likely. But it's not 100% world of possibility. The Atlanta Hawks could be perfectly fine. And we have the Charlotte Hornets who are in a space where at this point they're really, really bad now.
Also, Charlotte is Charlotte. So even if we think long-term Trae might cause some issues, maybe this is not the game to pick that to happen.
And that could very well be it. Like, they could easily get through this Charlotte game. And then, it's another bigger profile game that they play, and Trae Young goes some 2 for 12.
Yeah. I'll pick Atlanta. I still like their overall roster.
All right, go Hawks too.
Mm-hmm.
Trae, we got our eyes on you. Just saying. He played the Spurs after this, and I'll let you know right now, I'm not too optimistic for that Spurs game. All right, total's at 238.5.
If I'm assuming Trae and company are playing over, I mean, I don't see much defense being played with Trae and LaMelo. And we know Atlanta wants to play fast anyway, so I'll go with the over.
Yeah. You could see that. Let's dig a little deeper just to make sure I'm not tripping. I think the only concern there is the Hornets just being completely horrible. Because no Colin Sexton and Trae Mann, a couple of pretty good bench depth pieces there.
Yeah, a couple of trade-offs, though, because they got Brandon Miller back, and you're looking at Knipple, who's been fine. Bridges is healthy. Their starting lineup can score. They're not really a good defensive team at all, but I could see points.
I think I probably prefer the Hawks side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an over. I'm with you. Give me an over. Okay. 238.5 over. It's a little high, but Charlotte will show up for a game against the Hawks. And then still lose. All right. Let's see here before we get to the next game of the slate. Gotta talk to everybody about Kalshi. Real money prediction market league on all 50 states. Hey, did you see the news? It made big news.
Transfer portal?
Yes. Yes, you can trade the transfer portal on Kalshi. They will be adding that where you can trade if college players will enter the transfer portal. I would love to see the odds that people are getting on some of these players. Dylan Raiola, it would have been a very, very decent price. It would have been a pretty decent price. I think everybody would have thought, oh, he's going to be like Mahomes and he's going to stay there the whole time. Gotta start thinking about stuff like that. You can also trade and
Well, if he was going to be Mahomes, then you'd put some money on Texas Tech, right?
Well, that would be just the going full Mahomes now. But maybe if he was going for the Mahomes, hey, I'm gonna stay all my time at Texas Tech. I'm gonna stay all my time in Nebraska. If he goes into the Big 12, oh, he's complete Mahomes.
Yeah. Point is you have options.
It would actually be not a bad move to go to the Big 12. They're gonna air the ball out. All right.
That's also good. A lot of NIL money for that team. Good team.
Interesting. You could trade anything on Kalshi. Just like that. You could trade anything, even the weather. So make sure you head over there to Kalshi. New customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. JT, I would be surprised if he didn't go to Texas Tech. Texas Tech is in the market for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so he's going to go to Texas Tech. He's going to tear his ACL.
Just saying,
Underdog, you're home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. All you got to do is pick higher or lower on your favorite player's fantasy stats. And boom, add all those entries together. You could have a chance to win 5,000 times your entry. So head over there at Underdog. Brand new customers get a new offer. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Next game up. Miami Heat are on the road. Go on to play the Brooklyn Nets. The Heat are laying 6.5 here. 227.5 is the total.
This team fell apart so fast.
Injury report, and we got Norman Powell is questionable, Tyler Hero is out, and Nikola Jovic is out. Cam Thomas is out for the Brooklyn Nets. Hayward Highsmith, I feel like hasn't played a game all season.
If he did, it was very early on. He has not played for months.
The Nets have won more games than they have lost in their last 5.
They look good recently, at least for their standard.
3-5. Yep, 3-5 of their last 5 games. They are not horrible against the spread. They are 12-13 against the spread, fighting to get back above 500. Nice little run they've been on in the past few games. Meanwhile, this Miami Heat team is 3-7 ATS in their past 10 games. They've only won 4 of those last 10 after starting as one of the hottest teams in the league.
They were fun too. What a bummer.
And I mean, honestly, the books could change all of this. The books could truly change all of this. All they have to do is make them a dog.
Except Miami keeps laying points in every game they play.
It's literally like this whole run, all favorite, 1.5, favorite. Like, come on. You're not giving them any help here.
There's really no
expectations on this team.
I was going to say, there's no way that I can lay this with Miami at this point.
You're putting unrealistic expectations on this team.
Yeah. The fact is, look, the Nets are a team that I root for. It's well known on this show that I root for a really bad basketball team. Having said that, the Nets have been playing better basketball lately. Porter Jr. has been great. So good that he's in every trade rumor now because he might be sabotaging every tank imaginable. But the Nets have played better basketball. The young players they drafted have looked better. Danny Wolf looks fine. Demon has looked better. The point is the Nets actually look competent, is the word I'll use. They look like a competent basketball team, and Miami does not. Miami's offense, which was playing at a crazy fast pace and was scoring a bunch of points early in the season, has cooled off dramatically. I mean, reading off Miami's offense the last couple of games, they scored 96 against Toronto at home, 108 against Miami, 111 against Sacramento, 105 against the Magic, and 108 against Dallas. So they're not even reaching 110 anymore, and that's what they're known for. Defensively, they're not great, but offensively, they at least had something going. And now you have no Hero. You could argue that everything went downhill when Hero came back. Separate point, but at least Hero can score. And we know Norman Powell's really good, and he might not play. So based on the injuries, based on the current form, Miami being in free fall, since Miami's lost 5 in a row, I'm going Nets. I think the Nets can win this outright. I think 6.5 is a lot of points for a team that's been objectively bad against everybody on both sides of the ball for the last 2 weeks. And the Nets, as you said, are 3-2 straight up in their last 5. They've been pleasantly decent recently. Good enough for me. Give me the Nets. I think the money line's actually on the table for this game.
Yep, Miami's ability to crash the offensive glass is going to be big here, because if they're not going to be able to get those extra possessions, especially with how, in the crapper that their offense looks right now, doing a very good job. I'm not cussing. I don't understand how I'm supposed to feel good about this team at all. They can't score. It's like you said, they can't score. And
they're still trying to play fast. They just can't shoot at this point. Yeah. And without Powell potentially and without Hero guaranteed, you got extra Fontecchio minutes. If you want Fontecchio threes, sure. Can he create off the dribble? Not really. I still don't know why Ware's not starting. Ware was really good, and they just decided, you know what, you're coming off the bench.
Yep.
I think Ware should be starting. I would put him and Bam together and just let that try to operate again. But whatever they're trying, it's not working. So until the Heat figure it out, I'll pay for them to keep struggling. Give me the Nets.
Oh, dude. Shout out to Owen, who was like, I bet the Heat like I bet the Steelers. 100% true. Absolutely.
I mean, I'll take that. I got their win total over. That puts them at around 41 wins.
Yeah,
so I'll take that. That's fine.
We talked about it before the season. We looked at this Miami roster and we was like, wow, this is literally a 41-41 team. Yeah, and now they're getting to the shitty part of their season. Crap. Whatever. All right.
What?
220. I wasn't trying to cuss. 227.5 is total. I'm trying bet to be better, Scott.
Yeah. What do you got? You got a New Year's resolution in like 2 weeks. It's fine. January, you could restart that. Attempt.
No, I want to be better now.
You want to be better now? Wow. That's a quote. So inspirational. Wow.
I don't want to wait. I want to be better now. All right. Nets plus 6.5. Yes, very much considering a money line sprinkle here. Shout out my boy Ski. Bam was talking about the defense recently too. Said even if the shots aren't going in, then he'd be able to rely on the defense.
I like the
Nets number 2 defensive rated team in the last 5 games. Yeah, I saw that on my little sheet here too, that the Nets have been really good defensively recently. Crazy. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, the fix is in. That's the guy who said that.
The Knicks are going to lose in the first round.
I'm surprised he's here. I would have been touting. Hey, leg one of the 3-leg parlay is good. I've been in here touting. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. 227.5.
Under.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think of what game you want to do next.
No, my bad. Had a little cough right there. All right, let's get to the 8 p.m. window. We got the Houston Rockets on the road. Going to play the New Orleans Pelicans. Rockets are laying 9.5. 233.5 is total. Injury report, and we've got for the Houston Rockets, Torrey Eason is questionable. No Dorian Finney-Smith. We ain't seen him. Fred VanVleet and Kevin Durant did a podcast recently. And DeJounte Murray is out because, of course. So pretty healthy for the Pelicans, actually. All right. Well, The Pelicans have now gotten 2 wins in a row. They have continued this glorious ATS streak that they are on. 8-2 in their last 10 games.
What Derek Queen cook?
16, 10, and 1. I mean, Willie Green. Oh, God, Willie.
There really is one takeaway, though.
No!
As soon as they fired Willie Green and Borrego took over, as soon as Borrego took over, they just unlocked Derek Queen and actually started covering some spread.
It was Willie. No.
Well, to be fair, the team still stinks. So it's not like fully, Willie, because the roster is still injury.
Yeah, but at least they look competitive. At least you can watch the game. You could actually sit through Pelicans games.
Oh, no, they're fun to watch. Like, I think Borrego's an entertaining coach because they just play a bunch of offense, and he has unlocked Derek Queen.
Jeremiah Fears literally has exactly no fear. Cero Mero, whatever Penta said, like he goes out there and he's hooping and he's playing. Derek Queen is a monster. Like we just like the stench of Zion Williamson is really just bringing this team down. That's what I believe it is. I truly believe it's the stench of Zion Williamson in that locker room bringing this team down.
Well, that and Jordan Poole and like DeJounte Murray have barely played any games this entire season, and they're getting paid a lot of money, so that doesn't help either.
They are as well. All right. Can we trust them against Houston?
Houston off the painful overtime loss to Denver. If you think that they.
But we said that Houston has a little bit of an issue closing games.
Yeah. The question that I have for New Orleans, even though I do like Derek Queen, not exactly the best rebounder as a center. Are they just going to get buried on the boards this entire game?
Good chance.
Because that really can happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do agree. But so we've got number one offensive rebounding team in the league are the Houston Rockets over the last 5 games. So that's going to be an area that they're really going to have to try to look out here for. A very slow pace, but I mean, it's Houston being Houston. I really can't take too much against you from Denver because Denver's offense is amazing. And so this Pelicans team doesn't want to go away. And sometimes they may falter. Sometimes they may, put themselves behind an 8 ball here, and they may really, really struggle against the team, Brooklyn Nets. But I mean, all these times that they're catching a bunch of points, like they just found ways to make this a 5-point game in the last couple minutes. And I'd rather be on the Pelicans side of that than not. So I'm not 100% on this game yet, but I can't fade the Pelicans right now.
I want to see if the Rockets play again tomorrow. They do not. So I was curious if they had a look at spot or not. I think I'll go Houston, but I'm probably just not going to pull the trigger on it. Mm-hmm. I do think rebounding-wise, New Orleans has problems. And I love Queen. I think Queen's a very good player. But the rebounding issues should be on full display in this game, whether it involves Şengün, whether it involves Adams, even if you want to throw in Amon. Mm-hmm. I just think the Pelicans get destroyed on the glass in this game. So I'll go for Houston, minus the 9.5.
All right. I'll respect it. Real quick. Norman Powell has been upgraded to probable to play today. So expect to see him in the game. Does that change anything for you, Scott?
It's still 6.5, which I can't lay with Miami, but
lay a single point with Miami.
I can't lay a single point with Miami, but I'll put it this way. I feel worse about Nets money line, but it's plus 6.5 on the money line. So you're getting a good price either way. But I do think Powell being out would have been better, obviously, for the Nets. But I'm still not laying 6.5.
Norman Powell, Michael Porter Jr. both to score 30.
Okay, that's fine. No hero.
I don't know what that is, but just no
hero. Powell's gonna revert back to having 25 to 30. That's fine.
Yep, 30 and 30. Powell and MPJ.
I still don't get why Bam and Ware are not in the starting lineup together. That was working so well earlier this season, and they just pulled the plug. I don't really get it, but whatever.
I wonder if it's the pace.
I don't know. They're winning games. You figured they might go back to it.
Yeah, and go back to anything that involves winning right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, next game up. Toronto Raptors on the road going to play the Milwaukee Bucks. Toronto's laying 5, 219.5 is the total. Injury report, and we've got for the Toronto Raptors, Jakob probable. RJ Barrett out. Milwaukee's got AJ Green questionable. Kyle Kuzma questionable. Cole Anthony questionable. Torian Prince and Giannis are both out. These guys are ridiculous. All right, man. So I don't want to look too far into Toronto's last win because they got gifted a perfect situation, which is playing the Miami Heat as a dog.
I'm going to count it. I picked Toronto. I think we both did.
No, we did pick Toronto, but I'm saying I can't
Yeah.
give them too much credit because it's a perfect spot. You're a dog to the Miami Heat. You should win. Like, that's like going up against a team that is like 0 for 25 in the season. You're supposed to win that game. Like, you're supposed to beat the Miami Heat as a dog. So I want to say that Toronto's back. But it's really hard for me to forget that prior to that Miami Heat game, they looked like complete crap, Scott. Like, they looked horrible. Like, so bad that I wouldn't even be surprised if the Milwaukee Bucks are in this game, even though I do think that the Raptors have a better roster.
What are your thoughts on Toronto, though? Because like Miami, they've cooled off, but not as dramatically as Miami, but they've still not been very good for the last couple weeks.
They've been horrible.
The Bucks,
2-8
though,
in the
might
last 10
be
games.
horrendous. So it's pretty tricky. But I'll put it this
They had
way,
just
though.
lost like 5 or 6 straight games before beating Miami. Like, and I get the last time we saw this Bucks team, they looked like a G League
Would they
team
lose
playing.
by 40 to my Nets?
To the Nets. Yeah, to the Nets. I understand. It is really bad. It is really, really bad. But gosh, like, I feel like if I take Toronto today, I'm going to watch the game and I'll be like, dog, how could I lay these points on the road with Toronto? Like, I just don't think Toronto's trustworthy right now. Even though they got it was just a good spot against the Miami Heat. And now with them and actual expectations, I don't feel good about Toronto Raptors anymore, to be honest. I need them to figure out what they've got going on, and I can't trust one Miami Heat game to say that they've figured it all out. Let's see.
Sounds like you're picking Milwaukee, but you're not happy about it. That's what it sounds like.
I think my favorite play here is under.
Okay.
Because I don't trust Toronto. I know for a fact I don't trust them right now, even though that last win. I think that is the fool's gold. I wouldn't be surprised if this is also a trap line of the night, Scott. And I think you should have this in consideration because as bad as Milwaukee's been, if we literally just take away that Miami Heat game, you'll probably say that the Toronto Raptors have looked just as bad, very similar. And so I think the scoring is going to be rough here. Neither one of these two teams have been any efficient at scoring the basketball. I think the pace is in the toilet with both of these two teams right now. Last 5 games, both of these two teams are bottom in the league in pace. So with two teams that I feel like are playing very, very ugly basketball, I lean to under and take the dog. So yeah, actually give me Milwaukee plus the points and I will take under 219.5. Actually, I think that's the better play for me.
Yeah, I like the under. It was 220.5. It dropped a couple points overnight. I'll go with you at the under. I'll pick Toronto, but I'm not going to bet the side. I'm not interested. I do think it'll be a lower scoring game, but Toronto defensively, I do think has a certain advantage over Milwaukee defensively. So you could argue in a low scoring game, Toronto should have some advantage anyway, but you're relying a lot on Rollins and a lot on Porter Jr., which is never a fun proposition for a backcourt to rely on those two guys to carry your entire team. At least Toronto has Barnes and Brandon Ingram, and they have a couple other guys that I trust more by comparison. I'll pick Toronto, but I like the under with you.
All right. Let's see. How many games we got? Whoa, we got a good amount of games left. All right.
Yeah.
Before we get to the rest of the slate, though, got to talk to you about Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You know you're getting the best prices on the market with Novig. We've sniped out a couple of good price markets over there on Novig. Make sure you go check them out. Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Rhythm's also crushed the NFL this season. Really good at identifying those sharp unders. College basketball is up. NBA is up. Rolling, talking, doing all of that. Make sure you go check them out over there on Rhythm. Use that promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download the Rhythm, RITHMM. That is Rhythm, and use promo code SGPN25. All right, next game up. San Antonio Spurs at home. Welcome into Washington Wizards town. Wizards are catching 14.5 here against the Spurs. 241.5 is the total. Injury report, and we have for these two teams, let's see. There we go. All right, it looks like we've got Malachi Branham. In a revenge game, questionable for the Washington Wizards. Chris Middleton's out. Corey Kisser's out. No injury report for the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, the only question left is how many minutes Wemby's going to play. I believe he played 25 in the NBA Cup final. So if you want to bump that up to 30, then sure, but there's no guarantee how many minutes he's going to play.
I think you should just go ahead. 25. Let's say he's gonna do 25.
I'll bump it up a little bit. I'll say 28, but same idea.
All right. So how much faith do you have in the Wizards showing up for a game?
Well, the question is about the spot for San Antonio, because we said before the Knicks won a title midseason. They're benching potentially half the roster for this game. Right. The Spurs played in Vegas as well. They're traveling back to Texas. I haven't really seen anybody being listed, and they lost the game. So do you like the fact that they were playing midweek with travel, or do you prefer the Wizards, who have not been doing anything for the last week?
I don't know. CJ's been podcasting.
I mean, he's been linked to some people, that you don't want to be linked to. I'll put it that way. If you know, you know. But he's been linked to some people in the DMs you don't want to be linked
to. Oh, man. Okay, so I mean, whenever the Wizards have actually done anything of substance, it's been on the road, so I'll give them that much. I don't think that yeah, 14.5 is like a big number. Am I going to bet this game? More than likely not, but I mean, if the Wizards somehow lost by like 12, I wouldn't be surprised. But this Spurs team is just a juggernaut. They're just really good.
There's two ways to look at it.
Step up from competition.
Either the Spurs potentially no-show this game mentally because they're still in Vegas and they ended up just deciding to just go through the motions, play the Wizards, and probably win anyway. Or, I can't believe we lost that game. We should have won that game. We're pissed. We're going to take it off on a bad team. It could be one or the other. I see, of course, people mention in the comment section that Wemby's grandmother did pass away, so they're questioning if Wemby's going to play. I haven't heard any news about him sitting for personal reasons. And the Wizards, when was that NBA Cup game? That was Tuesday?
Yes.
So I don't know if the funeral was Wednesday. I don't know if Wemby is already taking care of some. I mean, Wemby's also
French. He's also French, so I would assume that's happening on the other side of the world.
It could be. The point is, I'm not locked into really what's going on the personal side with regard to the funeral time.
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything though about Wemby missing this game. So I'm assuming Wemby's going to play. If he ends up sitting, then I'd assume we would have heard about it, or at least him being questionable overnight. But him not being listed, I'm assuming he's going to play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I just give me San Antonio. I mean, I'm more than likely not going to bet this, but give me San Antonio. It's hard to.
I just think from a guard defensive perspective, the Wizards should really generate nothing. If they need CJ to have a monster game to even be competitive, and you're throwing Castle and you're throwing, even if you want Harper, two guys that can lock in defensively and really frustrate the ball handlers with on-ball pressure, what are the Wizards supposed to do? Even if Sarr's playing, what are you going to do? Challenge Wemby at the rim? I just think that it's a bad matchup for the Wizards. You could argue maybe they catch the Spurs sleepwalking early. So if you want the Wizards, Owen's mentioning it, maybe first half.
No, the Spurs ain't lost the first half in a little while.
Once again, I'm not saying that I would take it, but the argument is if you are picking the classic slow start from a Vegas trip and you want that argument.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
And the Wizards make sense. But in a full 48, I just think the Spurs defensively will eventually lock in. The Wizards can't stop anybody, and the Spurs eventually separate themselves. So I would pick Spurs, but maybe I'm just optimistic they'll be willing to show up and take some frustrations out after a really bad fourth quarter against the Knicks.
Yeah. All right. Whoa. Where's my... Let's pause that right there because I feel like I'm about to come back to that in just a second. The Oklahoma City Thunder are at home welcoming the Los Angeles Clippers to town. Thunder are laying 17.5. 222.5 is total. Injury report for these two teams. And I have for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein is out. Jay Will is out. Not J-Dub. Jay Will is out. One that comes off the bench. And then we've got no James Harden, no Derek Jones. And yeah, Bradley Beal's name here is never going to not tickle me. Okay.
For the record, James Harden not playing, another calf injury. Add it to the list.
From carrying his team.
Yeah.
To 6 wins.
Believe it or not, without James Harden, they'd have about 3. I'll defend James Harden this year. I'm not going to blame him totally for what's happened with his team. He's trying his best. I don't think it's his fault either. It's the Clippers doing Clipper things. I mean, can you imagine how many wins they'd have if they went to Chris Paul's Halloween party?
Yeah, you got all that going on too, and you look like shit. Like, this is just a horrible look.
This team is just full of losers.
Like, that's really honestly what it is. Yeah, you're a bunch of losers. You're like the Sacramento Kings. Like, they're all losers. And you could argue that Harden does play a factor on that because as one of the veteran leaders of the team, maybe he could have gotten his teammates more locked in, and that has been an issue that we've mentioned with Harden for years. But the Clippers are just an unserious organization. I mean, the fact is, whether you like Chris Paul or not, he's still a guy who tends to bring some leadership to places he goes. And even the Spurs, who had Chris Paul, I think would agree in hindsight that pairing worked out well. It seems like Chris Paul got along with those guys. And now some of the guards that were under his wing look really good. You could argue that that's because of Chris Paul or a pure coincidence. But Chris Paul shows up, supposed to bring a veteran presence. They tune him out immediately. The team stinks. And on top of that, they throw him out of the franchise, basically, because they don't want to bother anymore. They send him home. And guess what? The team still stinks. So, look, I feel like the Clippers, simply put, are a losing franchise full of unserious individuals. And the Clippers are just waiting for the offseason. And unfortunately for them, we still have multiple months left in the season. So I'm on the Thunder. I think the Clippers might get blown out by 40 in this game. This might get really, really ugly. So I'll go Thunder minus 17.5. You? And I will admit, there is a chance that the Clippers realize that they are NBA talented players and they show up for a game and they find a way to lose a close one against a Thunder team. I don't care. I'm not betting it. Like, his team is horrible. I can't put any money. I can't recommend the Clippers. Like, I feel like my credibility, what little I may have, is going completely down the toilet. Like, this team sucks. They suck. They're horrible. They're bad. I mean, look, you get run out of the building by the Grizzlies with no jaw. That's probably not the look you want. They don't do anything right. This is very, very unserious basketball. Not even a real basketball team. We knew it. Like, after they had that embarrassing effort against the Jazz to start the year. In the first game of the season, we knew immediately, like, this team's got problems. It's over. It's over. And guess what? They won 6 games after that. All right. Detroit Pistons on the road going to play the Dallas Mavericks. Pistons are laying 6.5. 228.5 is the total. Injury report, and we have for the Detroit Pistons nothing on the injury report. They're clean, ready to go. For the Dallas Mavericks, guess what? Anthony Davis is questionable. Brandon Williams is also questionable. D'Angelo Russell is questionable as well. No Derek Lively today. I mean, does it come down to Anthony Davis for you? No. Okay. For the record, by the way, Davis was a full participant in practice on Wednesday.
So I'd say there actually is a decent chance he plays, but he's questionable right now.
Yeah, and I don't think it really matters to me.
I mean, Detroit's really good. They're really, really good.
They went through a little bit of a couldn't really figure things out, played a couple of teams closer than they probably should have spell. Then they went back to winning and handling teams. This team is really good ATS, 15-11 on the season.
Cade's a monster.
Yep. I am not 100% certain what I'm getting from the Mavericks any night in, night out. If you talk about the whole part of the Mavericks and how similar they were to the Miami Heat in the fact of this team gets at home and it doesn't really do anything for them. Yeah, just give me the Pistons, man. Just give me the better team. Like, I'm confused on. I don't understand how the Mavericks are going to be able to consistently score in this game because I think the Pistons defense is really, really, really legit. Jalen Duren has gotten them. It feels like he brings an energy to that team when he's on the court defensively, getting everybody to that spots, making sure that things are rolling. All-Star is a dog. Like, Bickerstaff has really gotten this team to commit on the defensive side of ball, and I think that's a big portion of why I'm very, very pro-Pistons this year is the commitment to defense and the fact that, I mean, they don't really do everything right all nights, but the defensive side of the ball is always very, very solid for them. So they're in these games way more often than they are really probably supposed to be. And then at some point, the offense all figures itself out. And you have guys like a Duncan Robinson or a Tobias Harris or, all those extra little pieces that probably were ugly in other places. Bickerstaff's got them working for them. And so,
except for Ivy, but that hasn't mattered too much this season. Yeah,
it hasn't mattered too much yet, but
I have to mention that though, because Ivy has been the one piece we were kind of hoping would figure it out.
Yeah, to put them over the moon,
and it hasn't worked out. But at least the team is still winning a bunch of games, so it hasn't mattered too much. But I see Ski mentioned, by the way, that AD was not seen at shoot around about 1 minute ago. So based on that, I'll take Detroit.
Is that the verbiage? Yes, not seen participating in shoot around. That is.
I'll take Detroit.
Remember the verbiage. We talked about verbiage, not seen participating.
The thing about Detroit is, even though Duren was really bad against Boston, it didn't matter. They won the game anyway against one of the hotter teams in the league in the Garden. So even when one of their best players has an off game, they can still find ways to win, which is good enough for me. Now for Dallas, we said AD seems like he's not going to play based on the shoot around, which is usually a decent indication. Besides that, look, he was the number one pick in the draft. People thought the NBA rigged the lottery for him. Cooper Flagg's really good. Like, Cooper Flagg has figured some stuff out. He does look very sharp, but it hasn't mattered too much.
He had a 40-point loss against the Jazz on the road.
And we both like the Jazz because the Jazz at home are a dangerous team. But
I've already given my take on Cooper Flagg. I feel like, yes, he is a talent, but he is a really good third option on a championship team. I don't think he will ever be a 1 or a 2 on a title or even contending team. If he's the 1 or 2 on a team, they probably suck.
I'll keep the door open for a 2. I don't know if he's the 1. I think he's better than a 3, but we'll see. I think he's more of a second option. But either way, point is, even though Flagg has been playing very well, which is a good sign for Dallas moving forward, the team right now is still not very good. And Detroit is. And even though I like Flagg, the rebounding has not been great for him. And I think Duren, if he bounces back, could have a 15-rebound game, which is a problem for Dallas. Not to mention, which guard is supposed to guard Cade in this game? They don't have anybody. So I'll go with Detroit, -6.5.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm definitely playing Detroit, by the way. Just there. Detroit laying 6.5, 228.5 is total. I don't think the Mavericks gonna be able to score. Give me an under. Hopefully Detroit doesn't run him out the gym.
All right. I think I'll just go Detroit team total over with no AD rim protection. I don't know how they're going to guard anybody.
Understood. Also, adding to the injury news, we do have Jakob Poeltl was downgraded to questionable injury management. So another lack of size for that Toronto Raptors team. Like I'm nervous for the Raptors. I'm not gonna lie.
Let my guy shine. Mamukashvili. Let the guy cook. Let him do what he wants. See, you're worried about the size, but a reminder that the center's against Miles Turner. Does that you feel better about it now?
Yeah, actually I do.
Shout out to Miles Turner, by the way, who said
Miles Turner and Jericho Sims. Like, those aren't the most imposing bigs in the league.
Shout out to Miles
really
Turner, though, who
about.
said it was a look-ahead spot against the Nets. You're 11-16. You should have 0 look-ahead spots on your entire roster, your entire calendar. Your team stinks. But all right, whatever makes you feel better, man. Look-ahead spot. You're 11-16. Okay.
Sure. The Golden State Warriors are on the road, going to play the Phoenix Suns. Luis, where you at? I seen you earlier. Warriors laying 1.5, 230.5 is total injury report. And we have for the Golden State Warriors, Al Horford and Pat Spencer are both out. Pat Spencer got called back into his day job, Scott. So he had to go to work for a couple of days and then join the team again. Grayson Allen is questionable. Isaiah Livers is questionable. Jalen Green is out.
I mean, the Warriors keep wasting Steph masterclasses, so I'll ask you because we know Curry has been having some great games lately, and it hasn't even mattered.
At all.
So do you like the Warriors in this spot? I mean, Steve Kerr's admitted, props to him, that he's done a terrible job this season. I mean, I thought it was obvious.
He does this. He does this every year. He goes on his stretch where he forgets how to coach, and he's like, "I'm doing a bad job." And then they start winning games, and it's like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm Steve Kerr. Like, dog, we know this Warriors team. It's the up and down. It's the up and down. So now you just gotta decide. You know, what part of the spectrum are they at right now?"
See, I think Kerr's trying an experiment. I think he's trying to see how many DMPs he can get Kuminga before the fans literally break into his office.
And it's like we literally go through this same
every year. Your team's not talented enough to bench Kuminga all the time. I get Kuminga defensively is not very good.
Pisses you off, yeah.
I get you want him to be a better basketball player, maybe basketball IQ-wise. But your team talent-wise is not good enough to get by without using one of your more talented players. Give Kuminga 15 minutes. Let him try to stall minutes when Curry's on the bench. Try something. We get it. You don't like Kuminga. He's been in your doghouse for about 4 years. We understand. Your team's not good. Kuminga's one of your more talented players. At least try to get him some playing time. Is that a fair statement? Because it feels pretty obvious, right?
No, yeah, it is.
Your team stinks. Like, try to let Kuminga get 10 minutes and see what happens.
At some point, like, I just don't understand why he's still on the team. We literally talk about this every single year. Like, there's multiple portions of the season where Kuminga is in the doghouse, like not playing doghouse.
Yeah, and we're here right now.
And you know, it's some teams.
What's the alternative? You want to give Guy Santos 4 minutes? Like, come on, you got to play Kuminga a little bit.
It's some teams in the league, the Washington Wizards, who don't care. And they would not care about whatever Kuminga's doing wrong. They wouldn't care. They would continue to roll him out there.
I see Ski mentioning Richard, too. I like Richard. Richard, I think, is a good player. He was very good for them earlier in the year out of Florida. They stopped using him. They just let Podziemski cook. And you never want Podziemski to cook. That's never what you want to see. But I think Richard should get more minutes. I think Kuminga, based on talent, should get more minutes. And Kerr's just throwing them in the doghouse. Like, I think the rotation usage has been just atrocious for Kerr. And he's been getting, some criticism for it, rightfully so. But it's a common theme every year. And Thad's mentioning Moody, who's been barely used for like 3-4 years straight. I don't think Kerr has any actual pulse on this roster, which is an extremely problematic issue. Right?
I mean, I'm so not surprised. I'm so not surprised because we see it every year. And so we have to do what we're supposed to do. Taking the Suns.
You have no idea how mad Steve Kerr was during the playoffs when he had to play Kuminga.
And then what's the situation with the emails and all of that? Like,
the Warriors owner got an email from a Warriors fan saying, please, get your crap together. Like, Jimmy's been terrible. The team stinks. Do something. And then he just basically says, I'm trying, and it hasn't mattered. So, yeah, not exactly a good look either for the Warriors ownership. they've become an unserious franchise. I was very anti-Jimmy Butler trade when it happened. I thought it was a pure desperation trade that would not change anything. And what do you know? It's changed absolutely nothing. So
I don't think it's the Jimmy Butler part of it.
It's about, I think this team's got bigger issues than getting one guy that's going to be making $50-60 million. I thought Golden State was more than being one piece away. They're just not close in the Western Conference. The team's just not very good. It's fine. This team's old, which is well documented because Kerr refuses to play the young guys.
Yeah. I'm a believer in Dylan Brooks this season. Give me the Suns team. I mean, whatever dark cloud has been over them, they clearly play better than what you would think they're going to play. And they think that they are one of the best teams in the league and that they can go out there and compete with anybody any given night. They've been amazing at home, 9-4 ATS at home this season. I'm curious on which version of the Warriors are we going to see? Are we going to see the Warriors that holds teams to 80s level scoring of 90 points a game? Or are we going to see the Warriors that hold teams to 2025 level scoring of 130 points per game? Because they've done both in the past 5 games.
Back. I mean, Draymond should help the defense out, worst case scenario. But I do think the Warriors have shown that even when Steph has a great game, they're not guaranteed to win. Nope. And if Curry has an off night, they're screwed. So I think I got to go with the Suns, don't I?
Yeah. I think they're the more complete team right now. I think they're way more complete than the Golden State Warriors are right now.
I feel bad for Steph.
I'm shocked that the Warriors are laying 1.5 on the road, actually.
It's because they're fully healthy. But Kerr doesn't use the bench properly, so I don't know if it matters.
So, yeah, are they fully healthy? Like,
I don't know.
When we look at the game, it's going to be like, oh, was this guy hurt? Was that guy hurt? Where was this guy at? Yeah.
Look, if Kerr wants to throw Pajemski out there for 30 minutes a night, good luck to you. Like, that's all I'm going to say.
All right. We're in agreement. Taking the dog here. Give me the Suns. 230.
I like this team at home.
230.5 is total.
I have
like
no
I said,
idea.
what version of the Warriors are we going to get today? Like,
I'll pick under because these teams hate each other. I could see a physical game unfolding. Draymond coming back might help out the defense. First game did land 225 back in early November. I'll go under, but I'm not going to play the total. I'm probably not going to play this game, but I'll go with Suns in the under. If I'm backing the Suns, it's because I actually buy into their defense, which has been pretty good so far this season. Yeah. I'll go with the under.
All right. Next game up. Still in the 9 o'clock window here. Los Angeles Lakers, they have a task in front of them as they go on the road to play the Utah Jazz. Lakers are laying 8.5. 244.5 is total. Injury report for these two teams. And we have Gabe Vincent is questionable. Maxi Kleber is probable. DeAndre Ayton and Austin Reeves are both out. Lauri Markkanen is questionable. Georges Niang is out.
I mean, I wanted Utah, and then the Lauri news happened, and we've been here many times before. When Lauri sits, this Jazz team tends to be really, really bad.
And you know what? I'll give you that.
That's why now I'm torn, because it felt like Utah was the play, and now I'm kind of just stuck, because we've seen this for years. When Lauri sits, this team gets their ass kicked.
10-4 ATS at home this season. If Lauri plays, they're covering this game.
Yeah.
Whatever Luka gives you, Lauri will probably give you something similar in return. We'll see what LeBron James is able to do in this game. But ultimately, I still do like what Utah is able to get going at home. And I like the fact that they can find ways to play to their pace and still get efficient offense. Will they play defense all the time? No, but that's fine. I don't need you to do that. All I need you to do is to be able to score the ball when they score the ball and keep the game close. Sometimes you may surprise me and win the game outright, and I will take that when it happens. But there will be other times where you will absolutely not do anything right whatsoever, and I'm going to have to live with those moments as well. But 10-4 ATS at home is 10-4 ATS at home, and there's no way I'm going against this. I'm going to continue to play the Jazz at home, man. And I'm just going to hope that one of a top 10 offense at home, literally when they're at home, they are a top 10 offense. I hope that they will be able to find ways to score the ball against the Lakers. But this team has been way too good at home for me to be able to find moments to fade them now. And most of those L's that they've taken at home have been against the Oklahoma City Thunder, which everybody takes an L to. So
they were competitive for a half in that game, if that counts.
Last time the Lakers came here, they got out of here with the skin of their teeth, winning by 2. I think it was an Austin Reeves shot. If it might have been another game, because there's been multiple games where they have played really, really close games in Utah, including one game where they have lost outright in Utah.
I know Reeves had the buzzer beater against Minnesota. I don't remember if he had the game-winning shot against Utah as well. I'm not sure about that.
So I don't care about the Lakers road records. We're talking about the Jazz here. This Jazz team at home has been a wagon.
Ski, you don't understand. The Lakers road record does not support his narrative, so he's not going to mention the Lakers road record.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying to tell you, this Utah team is so good at home.
I mean, they made us a lot of money this year.
Give me the Utah Jazz to be able to keep the game close yet again. 8.5. And the line's going to continue to grow because nobody has faith. And it's fine. I don't need anybody else to have faith in the Utah Jazz. I just need them to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I think I'll go for the other option. Give me the Lakers team total over. Whether the Lakers win this game or not, I see a bunch of points. I don't think the Lakers are going to guard anybody. I know
108, 106 last time out.
Yeah, but Utah, you're looking at what they have right now in terms of defense, and it's basically nothing. You have Nurkic at center, who I think is an abysmal defensive player, which is well documented on the show. You're looking at Keontae, you're looking at Sensabaugh, you're looking at Bailey. I'd say none of them are stoppers. You have LeBron, you have Luka. I see a bunch of points. Even the game Utah won against Dallas, pre-overtime, that game got into the 250s. So I just see a bunch of points happening. But the question for Utah is, do you trust Keontae by himself, assuming Laurie does not play, to contribute to the over?
This is all contingent on Laurie playing.
Correct, so I don't. So I'll go with the Lakers over. I think the Lakers probably drop 125, 130, and we'll go from there. So I don't mind the Lakers team total over. I'll go Lakers, assuming Laurie doesn't play, but I'll just go over. If the Lakers are going to cover, they're probably scoring 130. So I'll just take the team total instead.
All right.
And JR's mentioned the Lakers might attempt 50 free throws, which wouldn't shock me either. So, yeah, if Luka goes for a casual 42, 10, and 8, I'd say, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, nobody can guard Luka on this entire team. So, yeah, I'll go for the Lakers.
JR said, and he said Jazz losing and the Lakers are going to win by 5. That would get me the cover that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So, shouts out to JR for being on the Jazz plus the points here. All right. Come on, Utah. Do it again, man. Just keep doing it.
It would be a fun joke if they ended up pulling this off. I just think without Laurie, this team's not going to be able to score enough points.
Yeah, but he's not guaranteed out here.
No, but when you hear right groin management, that does not sound very good for
it. Does not make me feel really good. We will continue to monitor throughout the day. But if Laurie plays,
yeah, if Laurie plays, I like Utah to potentially win the game outright. But I don't think.
Oh, look at that! All right, you heard him. He said it, not me.
Yeah, okay. If Laurie plays, I don't think he's going to play.
The Orlando Magic on the road going to play the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are laying 6.5. 236.5 is total. Injury report for these two teams, and we have for the Orlando Magic here. It looks like they will be without Jalen Suggs, as we saw last game. Franz Wagner is still out, and Tristan Da Silva is questionable. Peyton Watson and Tim Hardaway Jr. are also questionable on that Denver Nuggets bench. Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown are still out.
We're here every year, but I get really depressed when Jalen Suggs gets hurt. Just a bummer. Gets hurt every year. And you think of the guard defense and how they're going to try to guard Jamal Murray. They really needed Suggs for this matchup, and now they just don't have it. I think I got to go Denver, right?
And they also did make Denver like a huge favorite here,
no,
which is
like
also kind of Yeah, which is also kind of like, why are they not laying a little bit more? But I understand not like the more Denver would have been laying in this spot, the more I would have been interested in Orlando. But I am curious on why they're not laying a little bit.
I mean, the fact is, you got Wendell Carter Jr. trying to guard Joker, and you have Anthony Black, who I guess will be getting the majority of the defensive assignments against Jamal Murray. But then again, Denver runs pick and rolls on every possession, so they're just going to abuse whoever ends up getting the switch. But without Jalen Suggs, I really just think that Orlando's defensive game plan falls apart against Denver. I'll go for Denver in this game. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I would like to, because, there's something about, I don't know, something about Denver and their defense on their side of the ball is just really,
it could be
really concerning
horrific
for me.
Yeah. Do you trust Orlando, though, to actually score enough points to keep this game very close?
Yeah, and that's the only concern, is that they'll just let Orlando hang around. I agree with you. Everything says Denver should be able to cover this number, and I will probably still pick Denver here. But I will admit there is a healthy level of concern with how Denver has been playing defense recently, and the fact that they're just letting anybody get to the rim whenever.
Yeah.
Like, there's zero rim protection at all for the Denver Nuggets right now. And if you can get past the first level, you got a pretty much free look at the basket.
I think, though,
It's
if you're
very
picking
concerning.
Orlando, then you just want Paolo points, right? Because he will try to get downhill. He'll go to the free throw line 8+ times, and he's probably going to have 30, right? If you're picking Orlando to hang in there.
Yep.
So I'd rather just take Paolo points.
I would say the same thing. I would say the exact same thing. That's pretty much how I think this is going to play out as well. And we'll see what Desmond Bane will be able to give them, and if that's going to be enough to keep them in this game. I don't think so, though. I think Cam Johnson is going to be able to get going a little bit in this one, and that's going to be the thing that pushes them over the top. So I'm with you. I'll take the Nuggets. I'm expecting points, though.
Yeah, me too. I like the over.
All right. Last game up. Freaking bums. Just horrible, disgusting bums. And the Sacramento Kings on the road going to play the Portland Trailblazers. Portland is laying 8.5 at home. I would probably count on our hands how many times Portland's been laying this big of a number all season. 237.5 is the total injury report. Dennis Schroeder is questionable. Zach LaVine is out. Domantas Sabonis is out. Drew Eubanks is out. I mean, just horrible, ugly, disgusting.
We got to experiment, though. LaVine's out. You know what that means.
Yeah.
Potential Ewing theory. So we'll see if the Kings are better without him.
And ironically, the Kings are not at home, so they'll probably play better, too.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson is out. Matisse Thybulle out. Blake Wesley, Drew Holiday. Yeah. So, it's pretty much how bad is. It's pretty much how bad is Sacramento, because Portland probably shouldn't be laying this big of a number against anybody.
Yeah.
1-8 this season as a favorite. Or bet the Kings, who 8-18 this season against the spread, 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're 6-9 on the road. They're not good as an underdog, 7-16 as a dog. I mean, any type of ATS statistic that you have for the Kings is probably in the red or in the negative and looks disgusting.
They can't score. They scored less than 108 in 5 of their last 6 games.
Whereas somehow this Portland Trailblazers team, who is 1-8 ATS as a favorite this entire season, is somehow laying almost double digits.
Yeah.
How bad do you have to be?
This is a complete stay away for me, but I really don't want to lay 8.5 with Portland. I really don't. But the Kings are so terrible at basketball.
I mean, what's the alternative? Taking the Kings?
I know. You're just completely stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lay it either, but I
kind of wanted the over, but the Kings can't score. So that's why I'm also stuck, because Portland doesn't guard anybody. I guess I'll go for the over and hope the pace keeps up, but if you bet this game on either side, I'm rooting for you. It's not going to be me. Spoiler. Unless you want to go for like an Avdia triple-double or a Westbrook triple-double, and you want to get cute with player props. From a side or like a total, I don't trust either side.
I would take the over.
I'd go with the over, but Sacramento can't score. So that's an issue too, but I'll go over. Hoping Westbrook pushes the pace. Over, I guess. This game sucks. That's my takeaway. This game sucks.
I'm prepared. I'd rather sit here and give out Portland -8.5 and be wrong than to give out anything Kings and Portland dog them. So give me Portland laying 8.5.
Yeah, it makes sense. Psychologically speaking, that makes sense.
I mean, I've already said that my distaste for the Kings, especially after they pumped fake Virginia all those years ago, is like, and this is all their karma. Like they're getting everything they deserve. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible ownership, terribly run franchise. But I will point out, though, I'll be looking to see how Clifford does in a bigger role. Because I liked him at Colorado State. He'll get some run now. Hopefully he plays well. I like Nick
good in the summer league.
Yeah, I like Nick Clifford. We'll see how he looks.
No. All right. Lock, dog, underdog. Let's get out of here. A lot of games to pick from, Scott. Over to you.
All right. For the lock, did I want to go for props instead on this game? You know what? No, I think I'm just going to stick with what has been working recently. I just want to see if the line has changed at all, because I know that Norm Powell got ruled in. But if I can get 7.5.
Yep.
With the Nets, yeah, I'll do it. Give me the Nets plus 7.5. They've been good lately. As far as I know, Porter Jr. is rumored to be traded. He has not been traded yet. That's good enough for me. The Nets have played better basketball lately. I like Fernandez a lot as a head coach. The Heat have just been objectively bad for the last week or two, and they have injuries. Hero's not going to play. I think 7.5 is a lot of points, especially with Miami not being very good on the road this season. Give me the Nets to hang in there. I'll take the Nets plus 7.5 as my lock for the show. For my dog, I'm going to go for something a bit different. I'll go for a player prop. I'll go for an alt line, which I think is a bit low. I'm going to go for a blocks line. Give me Victor Wembanyama over 3.5 blocks, plus 261. The Wizards have allowed a bunch of blocks so far this season. They've allowed the 5th most in the entire league. Wemby was not very good against the Knicks. He played 25 minutes. I'm hoping that ramps up a little bit. But Wemby, 3.5 blocks against a team that ends up just letting shots get punted all the time. Recent games, Huff had 4, Okonkwo had 3, Keita had 4. I need 4 from the best shot blocker in the league at plus 261. How often do you get that price for Wemby on blocks? Yeah. Not that often. Give me Wemby over 3.5 blocks plus 261.
All right, not bad. Lock. You did steal my lock.
I mean, 7.5. You want to give me an extra point as we start the show? Sure, I'll take it.
No, it's okay. I will also be taking a line that's at 7.5. Give me Detroit laying 7.5 here on the road against Dallas. When in doubt, go back to betting Detroit, man. And I think the defense is going to be the aspect here. Dallas already struggles to score the basketball. It looks like it's not going to be any Anthony Davis out here. And the Detroit defense is legit. And the offense is good enough. I think they'll be able to pull away, and they'll be fine. So give me the Detroit. Get it done. Laying 7.5. This is a difference in competition in what they've been playing, especially in a non-conference matchup. So, yeah, give me the Detroit Pistons here. Laying 7.5 and get it done. For my dog, as much as I do love the Utah Jazz,
Laurie being out throws a whole wrench in the whole thing.
And ultimately, I do think it is a 3-point game, and it's like Lakers by 3, Lakers by 4. It's gonna be Lakers, but it's not gonna be convincing. So I will take. Give me the Pacers plus 160.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the Bucks.
Nah. As much as I do believe the Raptors and the Knicks are both trap games, I will fade the Knicks and say that they come off of that NBA title and they still can't exercise their demons against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers pace is going to be a problem for the Knicks, as it has been in years past. And as much as they try to play faster this year, still normally a little bit of an issue for them coming off the NBA Cup, plus travel, and plus the fact that the Knicks are dog shit on the road. Yeah. Pacers have some Pascal Siakam and Ben Mathurin game that carries them to a win here at home. So I'll take the Pacers. And they've been playing better basketball. So I'll take the Pacers plus 160. That's my dog. All right, underdog. What do we want to do today?
Well, you want to just do Siakam points to start?
I do like Siakam points.
They've not been good against power forwards all season, so it's a good matchup anyway.
I do want to take some form of rebounds in the Rockets game as well.
Okay. So do you want Şengün or do you want to go for Adams?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, coming off of the bench, I just don't think. Well, maybe. Yeah, coming off of the bench, like who is matching up with him? Probably easy, just say Şengün.
All right.
So we got.
Do you want to throw in points there though, because the paint defense is terrible for New Orleans?
Of course.
All right.
Yeah, if we were doing Adams, we would just do rebounds.
Yep.
Right.
We'll do PR for Şengün.
Şengün. So we got Pascal, higher points. Şengün, higher PR. Okay. And then one more.
Trying to think
Large slate to pick from. Huge slate to pick from.
Yeah.
Let's see. We like a lot of points in Denver and Orlando. We like a lot of points in Sacramento and Portland. We like a lot of points in LA, Utah.
I mean, did you want to go for a LeBron or a Luka play?
If it was anybody, it would probably be Luka.
All right, let's do Luka. That's fine. We'll do PA because we think the Lakers might score 130 anyway.
And no Reeves.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go Pascal higher, 24.5 points. We've got Alperen Şengün higher, 31.5 points and rebounds. And then we got Luka. God. Higher 45.5 points and assists here for Luka Doncic. It's actually not outside the realm possibility either, because who's going to stop him? It's pretty much what happens here, especially when Reeves is out. It's just the Luka show at this point. So, yeah, I actually do like it. All right, add that on Underdog, shake it all up. Get about 6x over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. A long episode. I'm happy a lot of teams are returning to action. I like the NBA Cup, but seeing a bunch of teams not play for about a week straight is kind of boring at times. So I'm happy we got a bunch of teams coming back. But yeah, I'll be back in tomorrow with Alante.
All right. He's at Rush already. I'm at ___. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. Shout out to the entire chat in the chat on YouTube, keeping us going today. And then also make sure you give us a 5-star rating review wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, that is it. Long slate. We're done. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast is going to be like this. We are out of here.
Basketball game.